Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Lake to Lake Girls. We are your hosts, Amanda and Tiffany, and it is June 17th. I feel like this month went so fast.
I know.
And we are about 4 days away from summer.
Oh my gosh, I didn't even realize that. You're right.
Look at me, I'm good. I'm good. Yeah, so we are 4 days away from summer. It's less than to be desired weather today.
I know, it's really muggy. It's, what was the high of 89?
Something like that. It's icky. And then the storm's rolling in. It's just,
Yeah.
But last night I was driving home from DJing, and there was the storm that was happening yesterday, and there was one that was right over Weedsport. It was right over Weedsport, and I was heading from Cato. And within the cloud, there's a giant cloud over Weedsport. Within the cloud, I could see, like, the lightning strikes.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
And it didn't leave the cloud. It was just in the cloud. It was so beautiful.
It must have just been over, like, that way, because I was doing my photography course last night in Geneva, and it was beautiful. I mean, it was hot, but it was, like, gorgeous and sunny, and, yeah, so I must have missed.
Yeah, it was literally, it never rained on me.
Yeah.
It was raining underneath that cloud.
I kind of want it to,
went
because
right
it's so muggy.
Yeah, it rained a little bit this morning here in Seneca Falls, but not too much when I was looking out the window. So how'd your photography class go with Dan Bell,
It's
right?
good. Well, with Dan. He was on the show a month ago. No,
3 weeks ago.
Yeah, I think it was in May. We have, I think, 2 more classes, and then July 11th at the Geneva Night Out that they do every month. We're going to have, like, a print, or, like, I guess a picture that we like the most, matted, and it's going to be on display. And I'm not sure exactly where. I'll have to find out. But you can come and experience, Geneva Night Out and see the pictures and meet me. I don't know.
Did you,
know what I mean?
Did you get to learn a little bit more than what you knew before about the
Yeah, so far, we've had 2 classes so far. And yes, actually, I learned last night how to manually focus and zoom in and out with my lens, which I'd only done, like, automatically before. So that was pretty cool, actually. I'm really happy I learned that.
Cool.
And he had us take pictures. He got these jars of antique buttons, and, you know, we just, like, and we walked around, too.
Unique.
And, yeah, it's definitely learning.
Couple people in the class?
Yes, I believe there's 5 of us.
Really good.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
Yeah, so.
I knew he was really excited about his class, so I'm glad that's working out. Keep us updated, and we'll have to go there and see your picture.
Definitely.
I love Geneva Night Out. It's a lot of fun, Geneva Night Out.
I haven't been there. I like, stumbled upon it back in the winter, but I think it was probably, like, February or March, and it was really cold. So, and we were kind of like, what's going on here?
Yeah, but it's awesome. And once a month?
Yeah, I think it's once a month.
It's once a month, and it's one of those free things that you get to go do on a summer
exactly.
day.
That kind of
ties in with our theme. See what I did there? Yep. Easy. Okay. Today we're going to talk about, because it's summer, we want to say, hey, you don't have to spend buku bucks to enjoy your summertime.
Yeah, because the days are longer, the weather's warmer, you know, we have this reprieve from cold weather for a couple of months. You want to get out and you want to you want to do things. You want to be active. You want to, like, go out in the community. So we have tips and tricks on how to not break the bank.
Yeah.
While doing that.
Definitely. Something that you can do as the first step if you want to go out and about, I would say check out your community calendars. There's a million of them. You can check them out at the Seneca County website. You can check them out at the Ontario County website. You can check them out at, Finger Lakes One has a bunch of them. And it's usually free. The events that go on there are free, usually. Just check out your town, county, and surrounding counties and towns. There's usually a lot of stuff going on
especially at wineries,
day.
too.
Yeah.
Like, on the weekend, or even during the week, maybe. Wineries, I swear, every weekend there's something going
on. Live music, bands, eating, and it's free to watch the band.
Yeah.
You don't have to go and drink.
Yeah.
That's just an added thing.
It's like a bonus.
Yeah, but you don't have to spend any money.
And there's usually, beautiful views and food and stuff.
I I think you'll be surprised at how often unique and different things that you can do in the area are available. There's a lot of stuff that you can get a part of, like the Geneva Night Out.
Yep.
Huge.
Totally free.
Geneva Cruising Night.
When is that? It's usually in July, isn't it?
Yes. That's coming up in a couple weeks. It's where a lot of the old cars, really stylish cars, it doesn't have to be just old, but a lot of old cars, and vendors, and it's just a big party. It's like a block party, and it's
they shut the streets down.
Interactive. It's fun for people. It's a lot of fun. I go every year. I love it. I absolutely adore it, and it smells so good. There's music.
It smells. Did you say it smells so good?
Yeah, it goes. Okay. The food just smells so good.
I just thought it was funny.
It smells so good. That is a genuinely good time. They're doing this thing on Lights on Linden now, where they put lights above Linden Street.
Oh, actually, Dan was talking about that.
Was he?
Yeah, because he said it for like kind of twilight or nighttime photos. It's a really good opportunity or good,
to get something.
Interesting. Yeah, that's pretty cool. And microclimate's there.
Yes.
I haven't been there in a while. I kind of want to go there.
Time to go.
Yeah.
What would be a suggestion from you?
For
keeping it
right,
keeping it cheap on the summer days.
Bring my list up here. Hang on. I was semi-prepared. It's loading.
Is it loading? I can give you one while we're waiting.
Yeah.
Hey, how about this? Check out some podcasts.
Hint, hint.
We're free. And online. Not just podcasts, but new music. Check out new music. Check out new movies. Go online. Just go through YouTube a little bit. I mean, you can do this outside. And you can listen to a podcast in your earphones while walking outdoors.
Yep.
Crazy. When the weather's good. When the weather's bad, be a lump on the log.
Yeah.
Lay on the couch. Watch them on the couch. Totally good with that.
I actually, because I'm trying to get back into running, I actually prefer listening to like books on tape or podcasts than music, because I don't know, for me it kind of like when you're listening to a song and you're like, all right, I know there's like 2 more minutes of this, I gotta keep running. I don't know, for me it like makes it harder. It doesn't like, but when you listen to like people talking or telling a story, it just helps better. I don't know, random tip there. Okay, so some cost cutting tips. These are have to do with like backyard barbecues, because 4th of July is coming up. Just like in general, you want to be out, maybe by the lake or on the lake or in your backyard. So the first tip is to get the right grill. They say don't bother buying like a pricey gas cooker. Like, go ahead, I mean, you can if you want, but to save money, the best way to go with is a charcoal grill. And this article on LearnVest says that the Weber One Touch Silver 18.5-inch charcoal grill is only $80. I mean, think about how expensive
a charcoal grill really,
like a gas grill is. Like,
that's
hundreds of dollars.
Our gas grill was, thank goodness, a housewarming present, because they're just costly.
They're expensive
to maintain them with the gas and everything.
Yeah,
adds up.
And it says in the article that there's some debate in the culinary world about that charcoal actually tastes better.
I love charcoal.
Yeah.
I think it does taste better. I agree wholeheartedly.
Yep. Yeah. So it's cheaper, and and it has a better flavor payoff in the end.
I'm down. I say make it a family night, make it a friends night, play board games. A lot of people have board games.
Or do it outside and light some citronella candles, get the bug spray out.
Exactly. Be outside and do it. If you're adults, I mean, there are options like Cards Against Humanity, poker.
Oh my gosh.
Euchre.
I played Cards Against Humanity this past weekend, and it's always fun. It's always fun. Yeah.
So fun.
Yep.
So I don't care if you're an adult with adults or an adult with children, there are things to do with board games, and I love board games. I'm a fan of board games. Getting back to the board games is key.
Yeah. I was actually thinking about, if you're not fortunate enough to have a pool or be right by the lake, I was going to go buy a kiddie pool and seriously, and just fill it up and hang out in it.
That's not a bad idea. You
know?
get a little bit of,
get a couple of beers out there or whatever, or
relax,
like your
chill.
favorite like
I would keep my feet in it
water.
or something.
Yeah. You know, why not?
I don't see why not either.
Very easily pleased.
Teach yourself something from, like, if it's good weather outside, teach yourself how to change the oil in your car. That'll save you a lot of money. And if you don't know how, maybe find someone who will teach you how to change your oil in your car. It's a project that you get to do, something you can feel accomplished after you learn it, and something that will continually save you money.
Yeah, because it will save you, what, $40?
Because all you have to do is buy the filter and the oil.
Yeah. That's pretty. I think that's a great idea. Oh, something I just thought of too that's free to do around the Finger Lakes is the Frisbee Golf course.
I love that in Seneca State.
Geneva, Seneca Lake State Park. I see people out there all the time.
Yep,
which I think is pretty cool. I think you're supposed to have like a special like Frisbee Golf set, but I'm sure whatever
sure you could wing it.
Yeah, I'm sure you could just use it and that's totally free. You just go do that.
That's a good idea. I like that one.
I've been wanting. I'm terrible at throwing a frisbee though.
Are you?
Like really bad.
Well, there's that. What is it? I can't even think of what it's called. But there's a game where you
Can Jam.
I don't even have to do it. You know,
it is fun.
Love Can Jam, and it's relatively inexpensive. Something that you can still do at home if you don't have a way to get to.
Yeah, you could even make that yourself.
Oh yeah, you could. It's
easy. That game, I've seen people do it.
Okay, something that I probably should do, this is probably something I should take a hint towards. This is, like, meet your neighbors. I have been in my house for maybe 3 months now, and I really don't know my neighbors. I know the guy to my left because our dogs hate each other. He goes, oh, no, he's fine, and mine was like that when she was young, and I'm like, I'm so sorry, he's barking at your dog. My dog's a jerk. I'm sorry. And... You know, he's a really nice gentleman, but we don't really like interact. We have a lot older community around us, so I think that's something that
maybe have like a block party or
meet
like
the neighbors.
A barbecue for the neighbors.
Exactly.
That's a good idea.
Make it a potluck.
Yeah, you know what I just thought of? A way to cut costs in the summer is to cancel your gym membership. You know what I mean? For the summer months.
That's not a bad idea, because then
you can,
being outside.
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, it depends on what you, like, do.
Yes, it does.
If you, like, lift weights or whatever, like, pretty seriously, and you don't have your own set.
I'm going to bump.
Yeah, you would, yeah, exactly. You would want, a membership for that. But if you're just using it to run on the treadmill, or, like, maybe do, like, body weight cardio or whatever, like, just don't even bother for the summer. You can do all of that at home and outside, and you're getting the benefits of the fresh air. You're not staring at, like, a screen. You're, I think it's better for you, to be honest, to work out outside. That's my preference.
I love being outside. I love running outside. I can't run inside. I can't. Absolutely cannot.
Yeah, save the, gym bills or costs for the winter.
Definitely. My next one is make a list. Now, when I say a list, make a list, give yourself a deadline. So, 101 things to do by August 31st.
Oh, that's a good idea.
And make it not, like, just indoor things. Make it out, like, run your first 5K. Run, make your first something. Like, just 101 things that you want to do that's not costly. Walk 6 miles. Something that's free or relatively inexpensive.
Yeah.
Go hiking for the first time. Take a long bike ride.
I want to go hiking so bad this weekend. Like, I want to go.
To
yeah.
Really nice.
It's going to be nice out.
Just 101 things. Make it, make yourself responsible for it. Make yourself, you have to follow. You have to get this done. And you're going to be out and about, 1. 2, you're going to feel a sense of accomplishment once you finish that. Like, be like, yeah, I just finished my whole list.
Yeah.
I got this done. And I would say make it, reachable. Don't do something like fly to Paris. That's not
for most people, that's not exactly accessible. Yeah. A good thing too would be to go to the library. I know for me growing up, like
library.
Going to the library during the summer, it was like one of my most favorite things because I love reading, still do. And I've been kind of bad. I've been buying my books a lot where I'm like, no, go to the library and get them for free.
Yes.
So I need to take my own advice because, you know, there's a lot of, I don't know what it is about summertime, but it just, I think, lends itself to, like, reading when you have some downtime.
I agree. I love reading. I'm reading a new book. Well, we don't need to get into that. Here's something that you could do. What about walking, if you own a home or renting a home or whatever, like just do a maintenance walkthrough.
Yeah.
Outside, inside, see what it needs cosmetically and see what you can do yourself and fix yourself while the days are nice.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Get those, like,
holes
little
patched up.
home improvement, projects done. That makes sense. Oh, this is a good one. Okay, so, again, in kind of, like, the theme of barbecuing and picnics and stuff, make low-cost cuts count. Get, like, a less expensive cut of meat and, you know, like, take the time to, like, brine it or, you know, slow cook it or...
Oh, I love slow cooking.
You know what I mean? Yeah, like, don't buy, like, especially if you have a lot of people coming.
Yeah.
Because, you know, that'll add up pretty quick.
Adds up real quick.
Yeah. You know, you just, you know, cook it a little longer. Because there's definitely techniques to
Nothing
make
wrong
it
with owning
delicious.
it too.
And, yeah.
I'm pretty good at making pulled pork, not gonna lie. Organize a walking tour. And, I mean, you have historical value sitting out your back door. Whether it be here in Seneca Falls with the women's walk down here on the canal, or the historical sites through Seneca Falls completely. You have historical sites in Auburn. You have, like, Harriet Tubman Home. You have the Schweinfurth Art Museum. You have, what's his name? That house that's out there. Shoot. Fudge. Historical house out there. I can't remember his name.
No.
Darn it.
And also, there's a lot of colleges and universities, like, around here, actually. They are always, a lot of them have, like, art galleries and just, like, different things going on, lectures that you can totally go to for free, you know, as part of the community.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, because I know there's an art museum in Cornell, or at Cornell. I can't remember the name of it right now, but I've been there a couple times, and it's pretty cool. You know,
going along the lines of art, and going along the lines of you're taking pictures, maybe you can't take a class, but go out and take pictures.
Yeah.
You draw up the creative side of you. Everybody has, not everybody, I'm not going to say everybody, I don't want to generalize, but people have smartphones that can take beautiful pictures with different filters.
Exactly.
Have fun with it. Play with it. Be creative. Get yourself outside, looking at things in a different way, and I think that's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
And I think great images can make great homemade greeting cards. You could turn them into things. Greeting cards, photographs for your wall art, anything like that.
I see this tip here, looking at my phone. If you are planning, like, a trip somewhere where you're flying, you know, you want to, like, get the best price ticket that you can for your money, a really good tip is to clear your browser history after you've searched a couple of times, because there are cookies and trackers. Websites know, like, because, you know, if I put this date combination in, or if I put this time that you're looking for the best deal, they have software and it catches on to that, and it's not going to lower the price. You know what I mean? You need to clear your I am, like, the queen of, like freaking airline tickets. I get them as cheap as I can.
Yeah.
And this is one of the tricks. You need to clear your browser history after a while.
I did not know that. Search every single one.
Yeah, even if you're on, like say you're on Priceline and you're like, okay, so I want to take a trip to Florida, for example, at the end of August for Labor Day. You know, okay, if I leave this day, you know, at this time, you know, like, you want to find the right or cheapest combination, they're going to catch on after a couple of times, and they're not going to lower the price. But if you clear your history, it's sort of like you're resetting, like, the search.
Sneaky company.
Yeah, so you gotta, and also, the heck's it called? It's, I think, a part of Kayak. Oh my god, I'm totally blanking on the name of the website. But you can actually put in flight details before you've even bought any tickets into this one website, and it will notify you if the price has gone up or down. So
I like that. That's awesome.
Oh god, what's the name of it? I'm gonna have to find out. But yeah, that's some good like travel tips. You know where I want to go? Actually, I want to do like a weekend visit to Toronto. It's only 3 hours away. You know what I mean?
I think I've been on the Toronto side a handful of times.
Like I've never been to Toronto before.
Really?
Yeah. I've never been to Toronto. I've been to Canada, but it was in Ottawa to visit a friend a bunch of years ago. And
Toronto's nice.
Yeah, like I've never been there. I just think it'd be, like I said, it's closer than New York City is. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Or Boston or something. It's only 3 freaking hours away. I'm like, I have my passport. I just need to get
just go, yeah.
I just need to get someone to go with me.
That's not a bad idea.
I want to do that. And you can find, like, Groupons or whatever, like, a good deal.
For good deals.
Yeah, for stuff like, Groupon. That is a living social Groupon. I kind of like Groupon a little better. But, they're all good for, like, last minute sort of, like,
I'm going to go do this things. Kind of thing, yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I'm down. What about... Start your own blog.
That's a good one. Yeah.
Like, get out there, start something that interests you. Who cares if anybody reads it? You're using your voice, being creative.
Yeah, you do more for yourself.
Exactly. Just be outside and just write. You don't even have to be a good writer. No one reads it, no one reads it. It's for you.
Yeah.
It's not for anybody else.
Or you could just post pictures. There's all kinds of different blogs.
Video blogs. Yeah. There's picture blogs. There's...
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is a good way. It's a good way to connect with other people, too. Mm-hmm. I like that. I hardly blog anymore. Just, I don't know. Anyways. Hello. Do we have any other summer saving tips? Oh, hang on. Sorry. It just came to me as I was saying that. So, where do usually during the summer you want to go to an amusement park or like a water park or something. Yep. A really good way, I know my employer does this, I'm sure other people's do too, usually offer some sort of employee discount for amusement park tickets. So that, check into what, whatever your HR department might offer.
And then see what Wegmans has available, because I know they offer them also.
Yeah, for sure. Or go to concerts.
Yeah.
CMAC.
$30 generally for when they don't sell out in an hour. Another big thing, especially for people our age, is do some networking. I think that is a huge thing. There are a lot of like Finger Lakes Young Professional events. There's
except they're not doing anything during the summer.
Not during the summer, but chamber events, different things that you can go to where you just network yourself and get your name out there professionally, personally, what have you, make new connections, engage new people, challenge yourself to do something more.
Yeah.
I think that's a good one, right? That's a pretty good one.
I think that is a good one.
Let's see here. Build a giant blanket fort. That's what I have on here.
I actually would rather do that, like, in the winter.
In the wintertime? Yeah. Exactly. And stay in your little winter fort.
Yeah.
Gosh, I would love that. What about getting involved in local sports, like volleyball teams, baseball teams, baseball
like club
leagues.
Sports? Yeah, for sure.
For adults. It's like generally they're one night a week, but it gets you out of the house doing something fun and fresh and new.
Exactly.
Sometimes they only cost like $15 to be a part of a league. Yeah. Another way to make money, have a yard sale.
Ooh, that's a good one. Clean out all that junk you don't want or need.
And reorganize. Like, this is a twofold thing. Clean out all the junk that you don't need and really say, do I need this? Is this me? If not, go to the yard sale. Reorganize your whole house. Reorganize everything that you have. And have a yard sale. And let your junk become somebody else's.
Exactly.
That's the idea. I love me some yard sales. I love albums. I always go looking for albums. I'm a hunting album.
It's true. You never know what you might find at a yard sale. You might find nothing, or you could find, like you said, something really cool.
Exactly. What about taking a nap?
I
like my naps.
I like naps too.
They're so nice.
They're not part of my life anymore, unfortunately.
Yeah, neither mine. That's why I like them so much now.
Right?
Like, where are my naps going?
I know.
When we're 5, we just want to play and have juice boxes. And
I loved my naps in college.
What happened to those days? I was like, I'll never hate you again, nap. I won't. Even though I'm never going to be 5 again, but
yeah. Like in the shade someplace, you know? Mm-hmm. Put a blanket on, or if you have like a swing, or if you're lucky enough to have a hammock.
Yes.
That would be amazing.
Another one would be volunteer.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Anything.
Yeah.
Soup kitchens. There's a bunch of soup kitchens in the area. There's programs that you can get involved in, committees that can be joined. We talked about this 2 weeks ago, just about getting involved in the community and volunteering your time. There's cleanup. There's Habitat for Humanities that are being built.
That's a good one.
So, I mean, there's different ways to get involved, and needless to say, you're never going to have the same day twice.
Yep.
Let's see. I'm not doing that.
We're not telling you that
one. Go swimming.
Mm-hmm.
Blow bubbles. I don't know about that one. I don't need to blow bubbles. Coupon scavenging. That's a good idea. All the summer things. Stock up on the summer things. Go coupon.
Yeah. I buy a lot of things from Dollar General actually now.
Really?
They're like kind of a decent, I mean, some are better than others, but like compared to other dollar stores, not everything's $1, but it's cheaper than, like you can get like laundry detergent, like Tide or something for cheaper there. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I don't care. I'll shop forever.
Yeah, me too. I'll do it. Save me money.
Right?
Right on. Yeah, so there's different ways to get involved and do different things in the area. I don't see why you can't enjoy your summer and maybe not be as easy with your money. Is that a good way to put it? A bad way to put it? You can save rather than spend. Because I used to think that summer used to be the most expensive time because you're always going, doing.
Yeah, it can be. As I've gotten older, I think the holidays are definitely
more expensive.
the most expensive time of the year for me anyways.
I try to work that out for the whole year though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I try to like
smart
buy
person
things
budgets.
It was like last minute, gotta get this, gotta get this. Black Friday!
Well, it's just like, it just seems like there's always something, that time of year, there's just always something more to pay for. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Something happens. And then, okay, so that concludes that then? Are we all set with that, would you say?
I think those are some decent tips, yeah.
Second, we wanted to talk today a little bit about job hunting, interviewing, prepping for it, writing your resume, cover letters, whatnot. See, recently I had a good friend of mine, ours, and we we drove down to North Carolina.
Yeah.
On Monday, not this past Monday, but the one before. On Monday, and that's why we didn't have show last week. And she had an interview Tuesday, and we drove back after that on Tuesday.
Oh my God. Yeah. Oh, that is a long day. Because her interview was kind of late, wasn't it?
4:00 it started.
Oh my God.
So it was.
Oh my God, Tiffany.
It was an interesting trip.
I bet.
And then I had to be to work at 5 a.m. the next morning.
Are you serious?
So I got about
sleep?
2 hours of sleep. Maybe two. I think it was like an hour and a half. But what was good about the trip was before we were going over everything that she needed, from resume to her portfolio to everything that goes along with her interview. Yeah. Getting her gear, her outfit, how she was going to present herself, and making sure she had all her copies of everything. She had multiple copies because there's going to be multiple people in the interview. And then on the way down, we had plenty of time to prep questions.
Yeah, practice.
And practice her answers. And I just think there's so many vital things that people forget about when it comes to, one, the job hunting part itself.
Yeah.
2, sending your resume and your cover letter, and 3, finishing it off by making them fall in love with you during the interview, where they just are like, oh my God, you got to have the job.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like there's so many things left in the back burner.
I think it's an art. It really is.
And
to job hunting.
Something that people need to remember and need to realize that is, I think people do forget this. Everybody's different. What one employer likes, another employer is not. So don't get disheartened if you do one thing over here and do the same thing over here, but you have differences in opinion.
Yeah, that's so true. And sometimes I've, in my experience of interviewing people, is that they might be an excellent candidate, they might be very qualified, but they're just lacking this one part, you know what I mean? That might not even be like, I don't know, necessarily like, it doesn't mean that they would be a bad employee. It's just not the right fit. You know what I mean?
Exactly. It just didn't mesh.
And you have to remember that if you're...
That you're not going to be perfect for every position.
Yeah, applying for jobs.
Different avenues big one is word of mouth.
Oh, yeah.
Huge for jobs, especially locally. If you want to stay locally, asking around, talking to people, seeing what's out there is probably one of the best avenues you're going to take.
Yep.
Next, I would say go to your local media. From Finger Lakes One, we have jobs on here. Craigslist has a bazillion jobs on it. There's a hilarious job ad on there the other day that I saw.
You have to be kind of careful with Craigslist, though.
Oh yeah, you got to be. Yeah. Oh yeah, anything, any engine. I think
that's true. I think Indeed.com's a good one.
Indeed.com. Yes. Okay.
That's what I use.
See, then I knew that one. I forgot about that one. But there was this, it was like, are you looking for someone to yell at you all the time? And absolutely hysterical. Under Finger Lakes, jobs, something, I think it was like restaurant or something. But absolutely hilarious. Besides that, Indeed.com, Craigslist, the different avenues to search for a job. And don't be afraid to be specific.
That's what I find a lot, too. People who are hesitant to network or tell people, it's like, oh, I don't want them to think I'm using them, or I don't want to be pushy. You don't have to be pushy. You just have to be like, hey, people, I find that people
respond to honesty.
Hey, if they're interested, if you talk to them about what they do, like, people like to talk about themselves.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And then you're like...
So if you're asking about themselves, how did you get this job?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my God, let me tell you!
Exactly. And you're like, oh, hey, I'm looking for something, like this. If you hear anything, just keep me in mind. Here's my card or whatever. Here's my number. Feel free to give it out to someone. You never know where that can lead you.
Exactly.
And it gives you an edge.
It does. An advantage. I agree. So when you find the job online or however you want to apply, I would say always, if you can, apply in person. Hand it to somebody.
Yeah, that's a good one. Oh, yeah, especially if it's local.
If it's local, hand your resume and cover letter to somebody so they could put a face to whatever that is. And it shows how dedicated and how interested you are in that position, personally. That's my second. I would send, if it's not locally, I would send your resume cover letter by mail. I think email is a backup option, personally.
Or online.
Unless they specifically ask you to email it, I would say send a physical copy. Then they have something tangible in their hand.
That's a good point.
You know what I mean? And then to be sure that they got it, follow-up call a week later. Hi, this is Tiffany Collinsworth. I'm calling to see if you have my resume and cover letter that I sent in last week.
I like how you just put your radio voice on. Yeah.
Can't help it. It just turns on. But, just call and check in. I just want to make sure that you have my resume and
you got
I'm
all
interested
the
in the
materials.
position.
Yeah.
And if you need any further information, just let me know. Give me a call, 315, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Don't giving out my number right now. Sorry. Don't need any random phone calls.
Right.
Phone calls are bad enough right now. I would, follow-up phone call. Persistence, I feel like, and frequency of message are important in my head. Like, this is the way I see it. If you feel differently, please let me know. Because, the more opinions we have, the better. So you send out your resume, send out your cover letter. Always make sure that it's checked.
Yes, have
3
someone
times.
Read it out loud yourself. That is a trick that I used to do for writing papers and anything really now. If it's really important, read it out loud and have someone else read it.
Someone else's eyes always better.
Yep.
Make sure your resume is always 1 page. References can be on a 2nd page. I think that's okay.
Yeah.
I think that's okay.
Yeah.
So say you get the phone call. We want to set up an interview. Oh, great! Let me know what I can do when.
Yeah.
And if it's out of state, like the one that we had, if they don't offer Skype or anything like that, try and make the trip.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, I feel like a lot of people do understand, especially if you're applying from out of state.
Exactly.
Skype, at least maybe the first round, because a lot of interviews have more than one. You know.
And once you get more involved, then you go and make a trip.
Yeah.
But if they don't offer it, if it's important to you, you're going to make a trip, and this is their way of testing you.
Yeah.
How far are you willing to go to get this job? But on the second part of that, though, it's not going to hurt to ask.
Exactly.
Be like, I would love to interview for this position, but I'm kind of tied up right now, and I would be completely willing to move down for the position just right now at this moment.
Yeah.
Do you think we could do a Skype interview or a primary interview to see if it would be a good fit, and then set up something further down the road if you are interested in having me as a candidate for this position? Always give them options and always see what can work for both everybody involved. It doesn't hurt to ask.
Exactly.
Okay. Prepping for your interview, I think that's where the biggest thing comes into play in terms of people like different things. See, a good quality I'm looking for in somebody for the jobs, like when I was interviewing for interns, I was looking for not the kid that gave me all the right answers, not the kid that was trying to tell me what I was looking for. They were honest and said, I'm really excited about the position. I don't really have this much over here, but I make up for it over here.
Yep.
And always sell yourself with a positive. You go in an interview and they say, okay, so what would you say is your worst characteristic? Like, what do you say is negative about you? Oh, well, I think my perfectionism is just...
Yeah. I just always have to have it done by the end of the day. I just can't leave with it. Yeah.
Or even if you say that technology is not your strong suit. Say, technology, I haven't really been able to keep up with it as much as everybody else, but every day, I do learn something new and I'm pretty adaptable. Make it seem like you're trying.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
If you don't have that skill set, but be like, I'm willing to learn.
Yeah. And, here I am trying. This is, I'm not unopen to it.
I think a big part, too, is because first impressions, whether you want to admit it or not, are
so important.
You in doubt, overdress. You know what I mean? Like, depending, it kind of varies from industry to industry, but if you aren't 100% positive what to wear, always opt for the dressier option.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Because that's something I notice in interviews. If someone, if it looks like they kind of half-assed it, you know what I mean?
Yep.
They didn't take it that seriously, and like
I would say pantsuit or like a nice pants with blazer.
Yeah.
Yep.
Look put together. Have copies of your resume with you right there.
Don't have yourself all like this.
Yeah, don't wear sneakers. You know what I mean?
Yep. Look professional.
Yeah.
Regardless of if it's a laid back kind of setting, you always go like you're dressed like $1 million.
Exactly.
When in doubt.
Yeah. And a big thing for me is a handshake. Like I don't want it to like crush my hand, but like a wimpy, limp, like half a second handshake is not confidence. Yeah, is not going to cut it for me. I want it like, you know what I mean?
Right here.
Exactly. Yeah.
My pet peeve, eye contact. I love eye contact. I am big. Like I am always gazing into your eyes.
I know. So this is why I'm always like this in the street, because Tiffany and I are talking to each other the whole time.
But I love eye contact, and I think that it really engages the other person.
Yeah.
In terms of I know you're listening to me.
Yeah.
I know you're interested in what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So if I were over here, which sometimes I do because I'm emailing people back and forth from work, I'm sitting here playing here, it's not like I'm involved in the conversation.
Yep.
You kind of get put off by it. You know what I mean?
The other person, there's a lot of body language with that.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, that's something I've been noticing more recently. Is like having conversations with people and like where their eyes go and like what sort of eye contact they have.
It's important
because a lot of times people like, I don't know, it's like it's hard for them or something. I don't know.
It's awkward or
I mean, it's not like you don't need to be like having a staring contest. Yeah.
Not creepy.
You know what I mean? But it's just like, I mean, and not like a weird amount of eye contact. Like, you're allowed to glance away.
Yeah, you're allowed to be like, I'm not just going to stare at you like this and not blink at all.
Exactly.
I'm blinking.
I know. Are your eyes watering yet? Yeah.
Totally creepy.
Eye contact, body language is huge.
Yes. And like we said, go into it knowing that what pleases one person is not going to please this person.
Yeah.
So just go in and be as honest as you can. If it's a good fit, then you're going to get the job.
Yeah.
If not, it's probably better off.
Yeah. And you know what, too? I think I just read recently, if you get that gut feeling that, like, you're in the interview and you're just getting a bad feeling about it, trust that instinct. Because maybe it's not the type of person you want to work for, not the type of company you want to work for, the position isn't right.
Don't go into something that...
Yeah, I get, jobs are hard to get, but you don't want to be in something that's miserable.
The worst part is for that, it can get worse for you after that because employers look at your past employment. So if you say, I worked for Susie Q over here for 3 days because, you took the job not realizing what it was going to really be like, and so you quit, they're going to be like, you worked there for 3 days?
Yeah.
What kind of loyalty do you have?
Yeah.
It's not going to reflect well on you.
Yeah.
And future employers might not really look at asking you questions about that. They might not be like, oh, so why did you only work 3 days over here? So what's that all about?
I think a big thing is not to lie on your application.
Don't say you can do something when you can't.
Yeah, or even things like, a lot ask, have you ever been fired from a job? If you have been, you should say yes, because if you hide it,
it's worse.
And then, I mean, it'll come out later, and they find out, your employer finds out that you lied about it.
You're fired.
You're going to get fired again. Or a big one, too, is lying about if you've had a conviction.
Ooh,
and it doesn't...
by law, you're not allowed to.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's probably another felony. But, like, usually employers, like, they're not supposed to discriminate you against those things. You know what I mean? Yeah. But if they find out after the fact that you lied about it, you're going to get fired.
History.
Yeah.
Sorry. No potato for you.
Yep.
Okay, so you get through the interview. You're done. You get home. Follow up.
Yes.
Follow up.
That's a good one.
Call and say, hi, this is so-and-so. Just calling to see what the progress is on. And don't do it the day after. Don't be, like, pushy like that. Give it a couple of days. Say you interview on a Wednesday, call the Monday.
Yeah, I think that's a good,
mean?
Rule of thumb.
And if they say, oh, we filled that position. Okay, so I didn't get the job. Don't get negative.
Yeah.
Okay, and use it as a learning experience. Can you say, can I please speak with the person that I interviewed with?
Ask
to find
why.
out why?
Yeah.
Can you ask that person, hey, what did you think was strong about my interview? Hey, what did you think was weak about my interview? One, you're going to leave an impression for following up and asking such a thing. And two, you're going to learn valuable information about what your interviewing skills are and how you can improve.
I think, honestly, that is one of the biggest takeaways for if you do interview and you don't get a job or you don't get an interview is to ask why.
Yep. Don't let it just, like, crush you completely and ruin your whole life. No, it's not. It's one job.
Yeah.
Granted, there are not a lot of jobs out there, but there will be another one. Another one will come along if you are persistent enough and if you are aggressive enough and really want it that bad. You put the effort forward, you will find it.
Yep.
Do not give up. That is end-all, be-all how I feel about it. I just, like frequency of message, being honest, following up, making sure that you are prepared. Always bring your resume. Go in knowing, 3 words to describe you. Go in, know it. Like,
yeah, have like an elevator pitch, like a 3-second.
the most why should we hire you? That's the biggest thing. What keeps you apart from somebody else? That's another big question.
Yep.
And another one is, employers like it when you dive into other information about them. So you go into
you did your
company,
research. Yep.
You do research. You say, oh, I really like this about the company, and you know, I really wanted to get involved in this. And they're going to say, oh my God, this person
did their homework.
Did their homework.
Yeah.
2, bring questions for them.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Don't let it just be all an interrogation on you.
Yeah.
Interrogate them a little bit. Find out a little bit about the workplace.
Yeah,
see if it's something that's a good fit for you.
You know what I do is I actually write them down ahead of time.
So do I.
Yeah, because you're not going to remember them after.
No, when you're going in there and you're sweating bullets, you're like, oh my God, I'm going to die.
Yeah, it is. It's
nerve-wracking.
It is, yeah.
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 Bringing questions with you. I feel like these are all good tips.
I think, those are excellent. And actually, there's a book called What Color is Your Parachute? I forget who it's written by, but I have the 2012 edition, and it's really, really good. So if you want more in-depth steps on how to job search and things like that, and even it has like a section on like how to find your like meaning in life type of thing, like how to find out what your purpose is. It's really good.
Done and done.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yep.
All right. There's a lot of literature, I'm sure, that's out there about it. Just be careful about what you're looking for, because, again, everybody's opinion is different. Yours may not agree with ours. But just take into what people say. Like, take what they say and with a grain of salt, I guess. Is that a good way to... No, that's not the way I want to put it. Take what they say and use it to your advantage.
Yeah, don't take it personally.
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard not to take it personally because they just made a value judgment on you, but learn from it, I guess, is the best way to put it.
Exactly. Well, that's it for today. Keeping it cheap for the summer season. And how to nail your interview.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys. We'll check you out next week.